Hey friends, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a haul video for you guys. I have placed 3 different orders recently from different stamp companies, and everything has been kind of coming in. I've been collecting it and kind of saving it for one video because it's kind of like a mix match of a couple of stamp sets and then some basic supplies. So I just thought I would share it all in one. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys what I've picked up, and I've got some new staples to try as well. So I'm going to set everything off to the side. We'll go through everything one by one and I'll explain why I got everything. So the first order that I placed was with Butterfly Reflections ink. And I bought 3 different stamp sets, but they're all from the same company. And I just want to preface this by saying that this is a company that I have been wanting to try for a really, really long time, several years. And it is Clearly Besotted, and they are a company based out of the UK. The illustrator for Clearly Besotted also does a line for My Favorite Things, MFT stamps. And she is called Genoblade. I have a few of her stamp sets through MFT, and the reason that I've never bought them from Clearly Besotted is that they do not have matching dies, and I really struggle with fussy cutting. I'm left-handed, but I cut with my right hand with scissors because that's just how I learned in grade school. We didn't have enough left-handed scissors to go around. So I'm not the greatest fussy cutter, so I don't love doing it. And masking doesn't always work either for me. Sometimes it works, but there's paper issues, so I'll get into all of that. But I have purchased several of her stamp sets through MFT, but, you know, MFT unfortunately is one of the companies that are really struggling right now, and honestly, I wish them all the best. I hope that they're able to come out of this on the other side and be super successful, because I think they are a great company. But I'm just not sure how things are going to go for a while there. So I decided to go ahead and purchase some of the Clearly Besotted designs. I think I told you they're based out of the UK. You may be familiar with her illustrations. They're super adorable. I have another bee stamp set through MFT that she illustrated, but I wanted to try this one. I really loved how small the bees were. The other one is bees and bears. This one is bees and gnomes, and it is called Be My Gnomie. And I just thought it was really, really cute. I love the little gnomes. I love how they're drawn. And this little beehive with the flowers I think is so cute, and I love these tiny little bees. The ones for the MFT set are much, much bigger. Hold on one second, I'll actually show you. So just so you can see the comparison, this is one of her sets that she's illustrated through MFT. So the bees are quite a bit bigger, but you can still, there's still a very similar style. But yeah, I just loved that I had the matching dies, and this makes it very tricky for me because yes, you can mask, but the kind of paper that you need for Copic coloring is not the kind of paper that you need for like ink blending a background. So if I stamp on Copic friendly paper and then mask them off and ink blend, my ink blending is going to be hard to do. And if I stamp on an ink blend friendly paper, it's not great for Copic coloring. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do yet. I am going to be filming a video using another one of the stamp sets that I picked up later this week. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to execute that video yet, but we're going to see. But anyway, I thought this was really, really cute. I love her style of font with the some of the sentiment being typed and some of it being handwritten. I just think that's really, really cute. And I'm excited to play with this one. The next one that I got from Clearly Besotted is this really cute set with the different cacti and the hedgehogs. And this one is called Untouchable Corners, and that is because you have two different corner images. I will be filming a video with this one later this week. I've already stamped everything out. I'm just not sure how it's going to turn out, but we will see. But I just thought this was so cute. I love the concept of the prickly cacti and the prickly spines of the hedgehogs. I just thought that was a really smart, you know, combination of images. And what I love about Clearly Besotted, from what I can see from ordering, I haven't used them yet, obviously, but is that they really pack the images and sentiments full. So you're really getting a good bang for your buck. I mean, look at how tightly those images are packed together on a sheet versus like a normal stamp company usually has lots of white space. And this is like a big, huge set. So imagine if this were like a normal set. And this is nothing against MFT. This is just the one that I have right next to me. But most companies leave a lot more space between their images or sentiments. Some companies leave quite a bit of white space. So you're just not getting as much on your sheet. Whereas, can you see how full these are? They're just jam-packed with images and sentiments. And so I feel like I'm getting a good value for my money. So along with this stamp set, I also picked up this one here. This is called the Untouchable Scenes. So I bought this one to go with this, just so I have more options for card designs. Because as you can see, these flowers here, which by the way go this way, they're just arranged that way so they fit better on the sheet. But this flower here is the same as this little hedgehog here holding this flower, so that works great. And then these flowers here are the same flowers as this hedgehog right here is holding. They're also like in between all the cacti. This cacti has that other flower. And then we also have a whole nother row of cacti and some extra flowers. Although again, because there are no matching dies, I'm gonna have to fussy cut if I want to use those flowers or mask, which I still have to fussy cut the masks then. So I'm still not 100% sure how these are gonna work, and that is why I have put off buying this company for so long, even though every time they come out with something, every time I see them pop up on Instagram, I'm always like heading to their website and checking out what they've got, because I just love her illustration style. But yeah, I'm nervous about how it's gonna go, but I decided to bite the bullet anyway and try it. So that was all that I ordered from Butterfly Reflections Inc., those 3 stamp sets. And then I also placed an order at scrapbook.com for a couple of staples, but I couldn't resist at least getting one stamp set from there. And so I decided to try another company that I don't think I've ever used, which is Honeybee. And this is another really large stamp set. This is the same size as the MFT one. So this one is jam-packed full of lots of images of little kitties, and there's some birds in there. There's a bird bath. There's a watering can that is full of flowers and some pots. And again, I did not purchase the matching dies. This set actually comes with the dies, but it was quite pricey because, you know, when you buy the dies, it's based on how many dies are included. So because this is a really full stamp set, and Honeybee also includes dies for all of the sentiments, the die set was quite expensive. And so I just decided not to get it for now. But these I think are going to be a little bit easier to mask or just stamp on a focal panel and color. We'll see how it goes. So I hope to use this set as well pretty soon. I have already done a video on coloring cats in 12 different ways, so I'm excited to play around with some new combinations or try some that I haven't done since that video. So yeah, I think kitties are always really fun, and I love the springtime feel of this stamp set. So the reason that I placed an order at scrapbook.com was because I wanted to try some new paper for Copic coloring. So I have been using Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White for years and years, like well over a decade, since I was on the Crafters Companion design team, like way back in the day, like maybe 12 or 13 years ago. But lately, if you've watched some of my videos where I was like talking about the quality, it does not seem to be the same anymore. And it's been a while since I've ordered. It's been maybe a year or maybe not quite a year since I've ordered the Spectrum Noir cardstock, but it is not the same quality as it used to be. And my friend Amy Young, who owns Sweet November Stamps, she really likes this cardstock here, and it is the Catherine Pooler White Favorite cardstock. This also has an ultra smooth finish with the 100% brightness and 100 pound cover weight, which is the same as Spectrum Noir used to be. So I'm really excited to try this and see if it is similar to what I used to get from the Spectrum Noir. And like I said, I'm not speaking for anything currently. It's been a while since I've ordered it. I was going to order more Spectrum Noir because I'm really low, but then the price has gone up. It's no longer, the only place I can find it anymore is on Amazon, and it no longer has free shipping. And so I just decided to go ahead and give this one a try. So let me go ahead and take one sheet out and kind of see if I can tell any difference just from the feel of it. But I'm really hopeful that this is going to be, oh yeah, this is totally different. This is much thicker than the current Spectrum Noir. I would not say that it feels exactly like the original Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth, but it is very smooth like that. And it is definitely a very thick quality. So if you're interested in seeing a video, maybe I could like stamp an image out on what is the current Spectrum Noir and stamp an image out on this and kind of test them side by side and see how that goes. Let me know if that sounds like something interesting to you. But I'm very eager to try this out and see if it is any better, because a while ago I ordered a pack of the Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth, and it was extremely inferior quality to what I was used to. And then after a while I decided to reorder it and see if there was any improvement. And there was a difference. I still was not as good as the original, but it was better than the previous. But I've actually ended up going through, like, I didn't use all of the bad batch because I didn't like it. So I have already used up all of that second batch of my reorder, and now I'm back to the first batch, which is just not the same quality. I really, I don't know if I have anything I can even, like, show you that. Okay, here's some images that I stamped. It is just, I don't know if you can even pick up on camera, but it is much thinner. You can kind of even see the images through the cardstock to the back, which you never used to be able to do on the original Spectrum Noir. It's just a much different, lesser quality, and that's what I'm being forced to use right now because that's all I've got left. So I'm excited to try this and see how that goes. Paper is crucial for getting good results with Copic coloring. I mean, I get a lot of questions about what ink to use, but just as important is what paper to use. If you're not using the right paper, you're not going to get good results. It's as simple as that. Also from scrapbook.com, I finally found some of my Lawn Fawn sticky note cardstock. This is one of my most used color of cardstock, especially in the springtime. It's just such a happy, sunny yellow. It really makes me happy, and Lawn Fawn has been sold out of it for a really long time. I have been wanting to reorder, and they just haven't been able to get it back in stock. I'm sure there's manufacturing issues just like everywhere. But thankfully, I was almost ready to just check out, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if they have Lawn Fawn cardstock. And sure enough, they did, and sure enough, they had the sticky note. So I am so, so happy to have another pack of sticky note cardstock. This is 10 sheets, and like I said, I just love this color for spring, for my card bases, or if you're going to make any kind of like all dyes cards and you want to use like the daffodils or the new tulips that I haven't got to use yet or anything like that. This shade is just such a pretty color to have. So I'm really happy to have that. And then I also grabbed a pack of Moonstone because this is another color that I really love, especially in the springtime. It's just such a gorgeous shade of blue. It's got like almost a little hint of purple in it, like a very pale periwinkle. And I just really loved it. So I grabbed another pack of that because I was also low. And that, oh no, I got one more thing from scrapbook.com, and that is something that is exclusive to them, and it is this mint type. Supposedly this should be similar to the Post-it tape that I use all the time for like masking or holding dies in place, but this is getting harder and harder to find, and it's not super cheap. So I decided to try this because it seems like it's something similar. I'll go ahead and open it right here and we will kind of feel and see if it feels the same. But yeah, and I thought the color was so pretty. That's like my favorite color, this kind of sea foam green aqua shade, as you can see from my my craft mat here. My craft room walls are this color if you've watched my craft room tour video. Even like my salt well that has my stamp chamois is this color. Like I just love pale aqua / seafoam green. So let me get this started and see how this feels. Oh yeah, this feels very similar to Post-it tape. They also had it in like 3 packs, and they also had different widths, but I decided to just try the one for now to see if I even liked it. But yeah, it's very, very similar to the Post-it tape. It feels almost identical. It's got like a papery texture, tears super easy. It's about the same width as the Post-it tape that I like as well. It's a much prettier color, obviously. So yeah, I think that's going to be great. I'm very happy to try this out, and if I like it, I will definitely order more because I think it was a lot less expensive if you ordered like a 3-pack or something like that. So yeah, okay, I'm excited. That was a gamble, but it wasn't too expensive, so it was worth it. And I think that's going to pay off. So my last order was from Amazon, and the first thing I got, I'm just going to get the paper out of the way. I got another pack of my Bristol smooth surface cardstock. I actually just got a question about this yesterday, about where I get my Bristol. I just ordered it on Amazon. You can also get it at Michael's, but I just never get around to stopping at Michael's. I think Hobby Lobby also still sells it, but I just order it on Amazon because it's just fast and easy, and it comes right to my house. I don't have to make a special trip for it. But it comes in different sizes. I get the one that is 11 by 14. I don't know if you can see that. 11 by 14 inches, and it has 20 sheets. It's the smooth surface, so it's great for ink blending. This is the paper that I prefer for ink blending, but I do not recommend it for Copic coloring because it is not absorbent, you know, to get your inks to saturate into your paper, which makes them blend. The ink sits on the surface, which is what makes it great for ink blending. But anyway, this is the size that I like because I've tried a few different ones, and when I cut this all down, like I always do to keep in my drawer so that I have panels ready for ink blending and card making, I find that this size breaks down into like A2 standard size panels with the least amount of waste. I usually only have just a tiny sliver left over. And sometimes I will save that little sliver for like sentiments or something, but if I toss it, it's not a big deal because it's just a little sliver, and otherwise it breaks down really evenly into card bases. So this is the one that I like, and the one that I use. So if you're interested in watching me break down all of my cardstock, because I will break down all of this cardstock into panels to make it easier for when I'm ready to film. I just grab one out and go. If you're interested in a video like that, like maybe I could do another Q&A video or something while I'm breaking down paper. I don't know. I don't know if that sounds interesting to you, but if you're curious to see like how I cut these down to, you know, and keep them in my drawer or whatever, just let me know. Then I also picked up another thing from Amazon, and it was these collection, actually. I only needed one, but it came in a collection of jewel pickers. And this is actually for nail design, but my regular one is like falling apart, and it has been for a really long time. Like it doesn't, like it's so wobbly on there that it really makes it hard to pick up sequins or whatever, you know, gems or whatever I'm doing on cards. It's really, really hard to attach them, and it won't tighten because it's broken. It's like, I don't know, I may have like stored it wrong in my little, you know, I forget what that, it's like a Lazy Susan type thing that I have next to my desk that kind of spins around and has little sections. I normally try to store it this way down so that the wax tip doesn't get damaged, but I may have stored it wrong, or maybe it just broke down over time. I don't know. But it won't tighten, and it's really hard to pick up sequins. I have to edit that part of my video so much because I'm like struggling so bad to pick up sequins with these. And unfortunately, this one was from Studio Katia, which is a company that no longer exists just because that's the way things are going. You know, a lot of companies are closing down because they can't afford to stay open anymore, or maybe the owners are just moving on to other things, you know. But anyway, you can't get that one anymore. So I decided to try this, and there were a bunch that looked like this on Amazon, but I decided to go with this one because it has the two caps, and I thought that might keep the wax end safe a little bit longer. So this end has the tip. It's not sharp. I mean, it's not going to poke through your finger. It's not like a needle, but it is very pointed, which is great for like pressing things down or like moving them around. But it also has the wax tip in there, but it has the cover for it. So you don't have to worry about that getting damaged or getting lint or dog hair or anything on it, because you can keep it closed. And I also just thought it was really pretty with that iridescent shine and the rainbow. It's like an oil spill thing. So I have plenty now because it came in a 4-pack, and then it also came with 4 extra nibs. I think it was like $10 or something for all 4 of these. So it wasn't super expensive. But yeah, I've got plenty of these now. So even if anything happens to one of them, I've got others. So yeah, I went ahead and grabbed that. So I'll have everything linked down in the description bar below, just in case you're interested in picking up any of these things for yourself. The last 2 things I got are probably not interesting to you, so I don't even know if you're interested in seeing them, but I did grab a new pack of batteries. You guys have heard me talk about this in the past, but my camera that I film on is so old. It's just a very, very old digital camera. And my batteries for it, I have 3 batteries, and they're so old that they only last for like, some of them only last for like 5 minutes and some of them last for 10 minutes. So whenever I'm filming a video, I am constantly having to stop and replace the battery in my camera over and over and over, and charge in between and then switch them out. And usually they're not even fully charged because it's not long enough, but I just have to like keep switching them out, and it's such a pain in the butt. So I grabbed another 2-pack. The other one is charging right now in my little port, so hopefully these are gonna make things for filming a little bit better, because I am at my wit's end with all of this, you know, stopping and starting nonsense. It drives me crazy. And my camera shuts off automatically every 10 minutes. There's nothing I can change about that. It's just the design of this camera. So I have to pay attention, and it's so old that it doesn't beep or make any sound anymore when it shuts off. So I just have to like be paying attention at all times, which is very distracting when you're trying to focus on what you're creating. So anyway, all of that is irrelevant. But the last thing I got, I can't even really show you yet because it hasn't arrived, but I did order a new craft mat. I ordered the exact same one because I do love this one. I love the color. It's from American Crafts. But I just ordered a new one because this one has gotten really stained over the years. This is actually my second one, but I've had this one for probably 5 years, and then I just decided that I'm going to bite the bullet and get a new one because the staining on here really bothers me. So I've got a new one, and they are double-sided. I can't flip it over because it would knock my tripod over, but the other side, instead of the dark lines, it has white lines, so that's good. You know, I always use both sides before I replace it. So that is everything from my haul. It was kind of like a mixed bag. Like I said, there's definitely some basics that are needed absolutely in your craft room, like those, and then some new things to try, like the paper tape. There are some restocks on some tried and true favorites. And then we've got some new stamps and new companies to try, which I'm nervously excited about. So we'll see how that goes. And then we've just got some things that'll hopefully make my whole crafting and filming process easier. So not too bad. And yeah, I'm very excited to repackage my new stamps and get to using those. But my cardstock put away. I did want to say thank you guys so much for using my affiliate links. I'm currently only an affiliate with Lawn Fawn. Well, technically still MFT as well, but I really don't get any sales from there. But Lawn Fawn, I did absolutely terrible in February. I made $1 for the entire month on affiliate sales. March has been much better, so thank you guys so much. If you are purchasing anything from Lawn Fawn, if you click on one of my links to take you to the shop, even if you don't buy that item, I get credit for the sale. It's no cost to you, but it just shows the company that you are being inspired by the content that I am putting out enough to purchase things, and so they reward me with a small percentage of the sale, and it makes a big difference for me. It adds up, and it really makes a big difference because I would not be able to purchase stuff like this without it. And like I told you guys in a recent video, I've recently taken on a 3rd job because I'm just not making any money from YouTube. And, you know, it's a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle. In fact, right now, after I finish this, I've got to switch gears and work on that 3rd job for the rest of the day. So I'm trying guys to like hang in here and keep producing and keep coming up with new content, but it's been exhausting these last few months. But I thank you so much for being here, for sticking around, for liking my videos, for leaving me comments, for encouraging me, for clicking on my links, showing your support. Like, that is what is literally keeping me going right now. So thank you so much for doing that. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. So that's going to be it for me today. Stay tuned if you're interested to see the video using this stamp set. I think it's just this one, but that'll be coming out very soon, and hopefully we'll get to the others before too long as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.